Welcome back, guys. Vengeancer here. We're back out on the boat again, doing another fishing video. I found a grunt hotspot. I'm trying to do these two quests, fish for villager and then the restocking. I found a grunt spot, fished up a whole load of grunt. Then I had my fisher clothes on and wasn't paying attention instead of my armor, which I don't have my fishing clothes on right now. There we go. And I went past an island and the pirates got me, so it took half my grunt and killed them. Now I'm looking for a tuna spot, which I'm not finding. Maybe over there. Tuna spots are always my... I cannot find a tuna spot to save myself. Let me get over here and set fishing back up, and maybe this will be one. This area right here is where the tuna spots are supposed to be at. I could just fish in the ocean instead of waiting for a hotspot, but I just sail around looking for hotspots. It's a lot easier on me. It is red, so maybe it's a tuna spot and not black porgy or whatever they are. Come on, boat, off. Alright, let me set that up there for a second. So I want to talk about something while I'm waiting on that to cast off. So going AFK and fishing, I talked about that before. And then last time I did a fishing video, I talked about catching stuff out here and then going to Valencia and using the trading buff to get the most out of the fishing value. But I didn't really talk about AFK much. So there's a couple of spots that I like to AFK. Now normally I'll just AFK and idle. And the fish resources are always exhausted. But another spot I like to fish if I feel like running down there is Grana. I like to set up down here in Grana, and I usually fish like right in here. Let's make sure this is tuna before I go on and on. Nope, black porgy. I'm so mad right now. 2 black porgy spots. There's supposed to be tuna in this area. Well, I have my navigation set up there. Alright, so we're going to go to backup spot. Which is supposed to be over here. Way the hell over here. Like right in here. So off we go. We'll let the boat go, and I'll go back to talking. Maybe you'll get there soon. Anyway, I like to go set up in Grana. A lot of people will set up in Heidel or even in Velia. They like Velia because that's one of the main places people go. But there's also an Imperial delivery person there. As far as the fish goes, he is here. Abelin, I think, is his name. I think that's the right one. There isn't one in Heidel, though, that I could find. If you search for... So, Karen is there in Velia. There's a crafting delivery, an auction house, trade, and just a regular Imperial delivery person. Yeah, the fishing delivery is only in Velia, as far as Balanos and Serendia. You'd have to go to Glish, which is down here, for the Imperial fishing. It's kind of a pain, so most people to go to Velia. There also isn't one in Calphion, so you could go to... I just clicked on that and messed up my... and messed up my hotspot. you could go over to Portaferia and do delivery, or you can go down to Grana as well. Mandia, I don't think it's splashing point. That's terribly out of the way. And then in Grana there is one. So I like to go and fish in Grana. It's usually abundant down there as well. The other place that I also like to go is in Alta Nova and fish. There isn't an Imperial delivery there, but as far as being abundant, there's this little spot down here. Right down here. This is still considered in Alta Nova, but you can fish and it's always abundant down here. There's nobody ever fishing here. Otherwise, you're going to have to run into one of these spots around here, or maybe even out here. But I don't think that is considered Alta Nova. Maybe it is if you go down here to the docks. But I like to fish over here. There's nobody ever near me. The lag is non-existent, and it's always been abundant every time I fish down there. And plus, it's halfway. So you can go to Alta Nova and you can run over here at Valencia, still get your trading buff from the sharing, and then turn it into the trade manager there, and you get a little bit of a distance bonus. Now, the best of both worlds is to go down to Grana and just use the Imperial fishing and deliver it there. But if you're really hard into fishing, I recommend hotspot fishing out in the boats and then finding either an Imperial delivery or just taking it over to past Alta Nova over to Valencia and get the trade buff from the Pilgrim Sanctum sharing, and then just turn it into one of the trade managers in Valencia for the distance bonus. Alright, we don't want to anchor here. We're not doing bartering. We're looking for tuna. Come on. Oh, what are you doing? Get out here in the open ocean so that we can actually go fast. I'm not seeing any hot spots. I'm starting to get frustrated with this whole fishing thing. I've been doing this for quite a little while, even before I hit record. There's a spot there, but I don't think that's tuna. We can go over there and see, but I'm pretty sure it's something else. Yeah, we're past the tuna spot. Tuna spots are spot. Oh, maybe that's one. Doubtful, but I don't think so. My waves got the waves destroyed my ship a little bit. Yeah, this isn't tuna. Pretty sure this is like spotted sea bass or something. I'll fish here real quick just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure this is not tuna. I'm gonna have to find another spot, I think. There's supposed to be more tuna up that way over there. So this is supposed to be the tuna spot. I'm pretty sure this is spotted sea bass, and then there's supposed to be tuna up here, kind of in this area. Problem with these tuna, it seems like they give way to every other place, and there's only like 3 major places, which is here, kind of in this area right here, these 2. And then there's one that's supposed to be to the right, which is kind of right in here. No, not right there. Right in here. And there's one that's supposed to be kind of down here. like in this mess of an area right there. Yeah, right here. So there, where we are here, and then in the middle here. Kind of a pain in the butt. Like a big pain in the butt. So you get this little area here, maybe we'll go over there. Let's see what these actually are. Yeah, spotted sea bass. Well, I am continuing on my quest. This is the problem with these hotspots like this. This is why a lot of people just don't do fishing. Yeah, I need to go up in there. It's just such a pain in the ass to do. And it's RNG. There's nothing about skill or whatever. It just depends on how lucky you happen to be with getting on the cycles. I guess maybe you could probably try and time them, but whether or not a hotspot shows up is just kind of luck based. Whether you just happen to be there when it pops up or not. Even if we do find a hotspot in this area, there's no guarantee that it's tuna, because this spot that I'm at now is kind of I'm pretty sure this is something else too. This doesn't look like a tuna spot. Usually the tuna spots are red. But we're in the general area, so maybe. But this is probably a grunt spot. If this don't go, then we're gonna have to go back over here. And then head over here to the spot where the actual tunas are supposed to pop, so here. Guys are wasting my time and my patience. I see nothing. But as frustrating as these are, these quests are very profitable. You get 300 CP experience out of it, which is quite a bit, especially if you're not near the cap yet. Or the soft cap, I guess. Hey, it was a tuna spot. Success. I guess I get tired of me complaining. So I'm gonna fish here for a bit and just wear this spot out. I would stockpile these things, but they have an actual time limit. They're only good for 24 hours, and then their durability is too low. To turn the quest in, they have to actually have a decent amount of durability. But last time we did the spotted sea bass and black porgy portion, those are very easy to catch. They're pretty common. The grunts are about medium in my experience, and then the tunas are the hardest to find. And somebody else may have different experience than that, but they're pretty rare for me to find. All the time that I've been doing this, I get all three of them done, the other three, and then I'm just sailing around looking for a tuna spot for 3 hours. But the reason it is good, let's see if I can find this. You gotta do this, and then next you can do this, and you get your reward, and you get triple float fishing rods. So we'll go turn this in here. It's not bad. The tunas are pretty good in terms of silver. I don't usually fish the grunt spots because they're only 100,000. All the other ones are around 140, and then the tunas are higher at 150. And I'm sure there's other fish that are higher than that, but these are the main ones that I fish because I do the quest every few days. So you can do this every 3 days. And what you do is you get this one, you fish these 4 fish out. Go turn them into the people that they want. You get your 300 CP from the Ablin guy, the quest reward guy, and then he allows you to do the second quest here, and he tells you to go, you get 10 CP and then 3 triple floats, which if you're not into fishing, the triple floats aren't really that big of a deal, but they do sell for almost 9 million silver. So you can sell them on the Central Market. And if you read the description there, what it does is it increases your chance of catching multiple fish. So with a normal fishing rod, you'll catch 1 fish per thing, but with the triple floats, you have a chance of catching multiples, 2, 3 at a time. And they do have a durability of 30. They can't be repaired. They're not like the other Balanos rod like I use. So I don't use the triple floats very often, but what I will use the triple floats for is I'll take a bunch of them with me, and when they have the fishing events over at the at Termian where you can get the kois, or they'll sometimes do, like they did a hotspot fishing event for another, it's basically an event fish in the stack. They're worth about 500,000 silver each. So, you fish up a couple of thousand of those, you get 1 billion silver. It's a very easy way to get non-taxed silver, and I invest pretty heavily on that. Basically, what I do is try to find a spot that is abundant. Now, these hotspot fishing event was very fun. You just sail around until you find the hotspot, and it basically took place of, they were red. They looked like the grunt spots. But they took place of them. Instead of catching grunt, you would catch the other ones, the event item. And they would stack, and I stacked as many of those as I could, and I sailed around and fished a lot. There's probably better ways to make silver, or more efficient ways, but you know what? I like the ocean content, so I just sailed around and did this. And then you fish till the hotspot's gone, and I went to the next one. And sailed around and looked for them, and when you found one, then you just fish until it's gone. But the whole purpose is to save up the triple float fishing rods until you get one of those silver events, and then you can use the triple floats to catch multiples of those at a time, so you get even more fish, and the 9 million silver turns into, even more, 20, 30. Or you just do this quest every 3 days, and that's an easy, 25 mil or whatever it is. By the time the taxes are taken out, you're probably only getting like 6 mil out of it, so. Or 7, I can't remember. Alright, so after this one, I'm going to let this hotspot just fizzle itself out. And we're actually going to go back and turn this in. Come on, hotspot. No chatter in my guild today. Ah, that guy reached Master 22 fishing. He's got a ways to go. Put the dim tree back on so I don't immediately die when I get hit by pirates. All these little things popping up here are the barter trades, which I guess I need to work on. Alright, so we're gonna have this thing turn our ship around. Hit my space bar so that it goes out a little bit, and we're just going to kind of sail this way. There we go. Use the breezy sail skill. I keep telling myself I should have probably invested in the Etheria frigate instead of the Etheria caravel, but this ship isn't too bad in terms of info, especially with the +10 green gear. It does alright. You know, the durability isn't the highest, but the weight is 11,500, which is pretty good. And then one of these days I'm going to, when I get the elephant gear done that I've been working on, I need the CP for it, unless I manage to get an extra, probably like 1 or 2 CP. Because I need 3 for that, and I need 2 for what I'm doing for, and then I'm going to need another, so I need 4. So I need 7 total, I think, so I'm going to have to get like 4 or 5 more. But currently with my workers gathering the trace of ascensions, I can't have the CP on the ship part node that I want because I don't have any extra CP. But whenever I'm done with the elephant gear to increase the armor on it for the trade crates, then I'm going to go back to investing in this ship and making the blue ship armor so that I can actually work on upgrading it. Because you got to go from a caravel to a carrack, and you need the blue armor for the caravel to be able to upgrade. You upgrade through the manager, like the wharf manager. I can look at that too when I get back, but I want to get back and turn this quest in real quick. Just to show for anybody that doesn't do the quest normally. I know every year whenever the Koi event rolls around that they do it, people are always asking, how do you get triple floats, or where do I buy them, can I buy more? Well, if you do this every 3 days all year, you get one per day. Basically, you get 3 every 3 days. Takes a little bit of work, but you know, you'll turn that 30 mil into even more once you do it. I was stockpiling my triple floats for a long time, but I didn't use them because I was AFK fishing so much. I wasn't active fishing. That's the only bad thing about it. So with the active versus AFK, if you're AFK a lot, the rod's only got 30 durability. So after 30 durability, you're done. And sometimes they don't use durability. I guess if your mastery's high enough, they won't heat it up. But a lot of times they do. But you're going to be in a situation where you're not going to be fishing for very long if you're just using triple floats. So it's better if you're semi-AFK or active fishing on those. Plus with my ballot house, I get minus 25% on the active fishing time. So, you know, if it takes 4 or 5 minutes, you're losing a minute or more off of that auto fishing time. Plus, if you got the penguin or polar bear, it ends up taking even more down. So it's just more efficient if you're AFK, which is why I didn't use mine. I was just leaving my character up AFK pretty much 24/7 whenever that event was going on for the 2 or 3 weeks that it was on. Oh, I missed it. There we go. Okay, so we gotta turn this quest in. First, I'm going to buy supplies, and then I'm gonna check that guy in. And then we're gonna talk to him and turn in a grunt. Not. Alston. No, that's the wrong guy. Pretty sure I turned one into him. Igor Bartali. Okay, Alston. So Igor Bartali is the like mayor guy, and he's up here. I went past him, but the Alston guy is over here. We're gonna turn a fish into him. Of course, he's the one that wants to tune up. Alright, we're gonna go back over here. Igor Bartali is here. Turn it into him. Now the other guy that we have to go back and talk to anyway is over here. So we got the 300 CPA experience. Now we need to also talk to him, accept this next quest called Sweet Reward. You get the 3 triple floats. And the last thing that I want to do for the grunts, because I have the grunts, is go up here to the Jatina, which is here because I was doing the pin accessory quest and turn in 1. I didn't feel like grinding 2,000 mobs, so I just opted to do the fishing thing since I was doing it anyway. And I'm not doing any of that stuff. So the last thing we got to do is go visit this guy. Whoops, over here, and get the fishing rods. Which they're inside here. I'm not gonna take the horse in here, but you can talk to this guy, and he gives you the 3 triple floats. I'm in charge of repairs. And we have them. And any fish that I have left over, I always go and check. Being in Velia, it's not very likely, but maybe you'll get lucky. I wish they would have reset the limit on these like they did the Imperial crafting delivery, but the fishing Imperial guy is down here on the dock next to the Avalon guy. Down here, as soon as I'm not lagging. So you can turn in tuna, you can turn in porgy, sea bass, grunt are sold out, that's what I mean. They usually are. They're the easiest ones to get, but they have a limit. They removed this limit on the Imperial crafting stuff, but they didn't on the Imperial fishing stuff. Otherwise, you just have people sitting here AFK fishing all the time. Mandarin fish, pretty good. You can catch those in Heidel, I think. Leather carps you can catch in Heidel. Black porgies, there's some here. Spotted sea bass, there's some here. But he always gives you 250%. So you get 353,000. Now, if you bargain and you go take your stuff over to Valencia and bargain, you get the distance bonus, plus your trading mastery kicks in, plus you'll get the bargain bonus, plus at the trade manager, plus you'll get the buff for 100 energy, the trade buff. So you want to sell these? We're at 191 million. Couple million extra, and we got 3 grunts left, and usually I just take these up to the trade manager. These are the ones that you would take over to Valencia, but it's not worth it for me to run all that way for 3 fish. You're not going to get that much silver out of it extra. Where you get the extra silver is if you have like a full inventory. I'm a merchant. I bargain even in my dreams. But you can see he only gives 130% versus 250 if you bargain. You get a little bit extra instead of like, so the base price of the fish is 100 and a half, so 100,500. and you're getting up to 181,000. So, you know, with the bargain buff, you're getting a little bit extra. Not too bad. Now, if I went and actually went to Heidel and traded that stuff, it would be even more. I would end up with maybe 200,000. Last time I did it, I ended up with the distance bonus on the fish that I sold, and of course my screen froze. I ended up with like 300 something thousand silver. Well, with that, I will end this off. So if you made it this far, I'm not going to log back in. And yeah, I'm a little frustrated with the freezing on here recently. But if you made it this far, hit like, subscribe, all that stuff. Go to self-promote. Leave me a comment. And thanks so much for watching. And as always, until next time.